Hey y'all, it's Kim, and today I'm doing the Light and Love Positivity Challenge. It's a list of 10 questions, and I'll put them in the description box below. But I was tagged by Pajama Bottom Mama, so let's start with question number 1. So question number 1 is 3 things you're grateful for. I'm grateful for my family. I have 3 daughters, 3 granddaughters, and 1 grandson, and 2 sons-in-law. And then there's my dad, and then, a host of other extended family, but my immediate family is basically my kids and their families, and my dad. The second thing I'm grateful for is my home. It's not real big. It's a little over 1,400 square feet, but it's my house, and I can do whatever I want to with it because I own it, right? So I like my house. The third thing I'm grateful for is my job. It's a good job. I work at a bank, so it's Monday through Friday, banking hours, which is good. It's good for a single mom, but, as a single mom, I've got to have an income to support my household. And the job allows me, it's a nice job. It's a good environment, and I work with great people, and I really am grateful for my job. It's a good place to be. So I enjoy working at the bank. Question number 2 is something you like about yourself. Okay, I thought about this, and one of my things is I try to be kind. I try to be kind to everyone. I'm not always successful, but I do try to follow the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So I try to think, how would I want someone to treat me, and that's how I try to treat them. So I just try to do that. And when I'm not successful, like I mess up and maybe I say something wrong or whatever, it makes me feel so bad. I feel so bad. I've got to go apologize and everything. And so I really just try to be kind to everyone. All right, I had to change out my battery because it was dying. So we were on question number 3. So it says, what makes you laugh? One of my favorite classic sitcoms is Mama's Family. It doesn't matter how many times I watch each episode. Every episode I watch, I just sit there and laugh. I will stop everything and watch an episode. Hang on a minute. I had to run get something to show you. I think this is about the only box set I have of any show. This is every episode of Mama's Family. Now, this is not the ones when they started little skits on the Carol Burnett show. This is just strictly from the Mama's Family TV show. But it's the whole set of all the episodes. I love this. This is so funny. I love it so much. But that's what makes me laugh. I could watch that all day and I would laugh all day. Question number 4. Who do you love most? All right, let me explain. I have 3 daughters. Now, they are spread far apart in age. My youngest is 17. My middle daughter is 30. My oldest daughter is 37. And you wouldn't think that a 37-year-old and a 17-year-old would bicker like sisters, but boy, they do. And if I was to call one of them and say, oh, I love her more than the other one, oh my gosh. But, you can't choose between your kids because it's true. You love them all, and you can't say which child you love more because you love them all, So I have to say, it's going to be my kids. So, yeah, I chickened out on that one. But, I can't pick one. I just can't. All right, what do you do for fun? I enjoy music. I enjoy playing my piano, playing on the keyboard. I enjoy listening to lots of music. I like a lot of classic music, old country, old rock and roll. I like some of the new stuff, but I love 70s music. I like disco, But I like a lot of, but classic things like Elvis. Elvis was great. And things like that. But, music is playing music, listening to music. Another thing I enjoy is movies. Most movies, I'm not much into comedy movies, but I like action movies, thriller movies, scary movies. As long as I prefer more of a psychological type of scary movie, to me those are really scary. So anyways, I like movies. I like movies a lot. But my main thing is planning and taking vacation. My place that I go every year is Disney World, and I plan it all the time. I am always planning my next Disney World trip. I just am. It's just part of who I am. I've loved it ever since my father took me for my first trip when I was, how old was I? I was 10. And I've just loved it ever since. And yeah, I know there's other places to go, but how many people go to the beach every year, and that's where they go for vacation. I don't go to the beach every year. I go to Disney World every year, and I can only do one trip a year because it's all I can afford. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and I have fun planning the vacation. So I plan everything about the vacation. So that's what I do for fun. Music, movies, and Disney. Okay, question number 6 is, who inspires you? Well, today is Veterans Day, and even if it wasn't Veterans Day, I would have to say it's my father. My father joined the Army just before his senior year of college, and as soon as he got out, they sent him overseas to Germany. And then over the years, he spent, when I was 3, he got sent to Vietnam for the first time. And so he was there for a year, and he came back when I was 4, and we got transferred to DeLand, Florida, where we stayed for 3 years. And I didn't know because I was a child. We lived in DeLand, Florida from I was 4 to age 7. So the whole time we were in DeLand, Florida, he worked at, he was working in the ROTC program at Stetson University. But in addition to that, in addition to working at the university, he was doing death notifications for the state of Florida for the military. So he had just come back from Vietnam, and now he is doing death notifications to families of the soldiers that didn't make it back from Vietnam. So then what happens? After 3 years of doing this, he did them for all over the state. And when he got his next orders when I was 7, they sent him right back to Vietnam. So, my dad is a strong man. And, that's got to be hard, doing all that. You just finished doing all these death notifications. He probably did hundreds, if not thousands, in the time that the 3 years that we spent in Florida. And then they send him right back to the place where all the soldiers were dying. So, I don't know how he did it, but he did it. He's a strong man, and he's been through a whole lot of stuff in his life. And I'll have to tell you some of his stories some other time. But that you got to be inspired by somebody that can do that and can still function. He's a nice person. That's where I get my kindness from, is from my dad. He is a nice person, a kind person. So, number 7, your positive affirmation. Okay, mine is, I can do it. I'm a single parent, and people say, oh, don't you need a man to come over and help you with it? No, I don't. I can do it. I have a ladder. I can climb up on my roof and fix something if I need to. I put an antenna up on my roof. I fix the plumbing under the kitchen sink. If I'm not sure how to do something, there's a YouTube for it. I can find me a YouTube that will help me figure out how to do something, how to install something, how to fix something. I can do it. And now there's sometimes, like if my air conditioner needs a new part, yes, I will call my air conditioning guy, who's actually also my cousin. And so, I mean, I'll call in somebody if it's something that, you really need somebody qualified to do that job. But most of the time, I mean, I had a issue with my washing machine a couple of years ago, and I took the back off and figured it out and fixed it. Didn't have to buy a new washing machine. But I mean, I can figure it out, and if I can't, I'll find a YouTube for it, and if I still have an issue, then I'll call in somebody. But I'm sure going to try to do it myself first, Okay, a happy memory. Let me tell you about when I was little. My dad's parents, I called them Nana and Pawpaw. My aunt had a daughter that was older than me. She's about, I don't know, 5 years or so older than me, something like that. But my Nana had pictures. She had this display case in her den, and she had pictures of everybody. But there was this one particular picture of my Pawpaw and my cousin. And they went to a photo studio and had a picture taken together. And that really, it got to where it bothered me. And I kept saying, why does she get to have her picture taken with Pawpaw and I don't get to have mine taken? Well, that was all it took. They arranged a photo shoot for me and my Pawpaw. And look, I was so happy. I couldn't find the original picture. It's around here somewhere put up, waiting for me to find it a new frame. But I do have it saved on my computer, so I printed it off. Look at this picture. This is me and my Pawpaw. See how happy I was? I was so happy. I remember that dress. I was 4 years old. I remember that dress. It was like browns and yellows. And it was a brown and yellow plaid. And it had like a little ribbon here, which my hands are covering. But this picture made me so happy. This just I don't know. I think it just made my year. This was during my dad's first tour of duty in Vietnam. So, yeah, yep, that's me and my Pawpaw. Where are we at now? We're at number 9. What motivates you? I enjoy looking forward to the future, making plans, setting goals. It is always good to live in the moment, live for today, because you're never promised tomorrow. And I enjoy living for today, but I like to set goals. I like to look forward. This is what I'd like to do tomorrow. This is what I'd like to do next week. And sometimes if today is a hard day, I'll be like, well, next week I'm doing this, or it's going to be better tomorrow. So, when I'm having a hard day today, I look towards what I have planned for the future, and it'll get me through a hard time I might be having. So, planning for the future, setting goals, that's what motivates me. All right, number 10. Do you know you're awesome? Well, you know what? I suppose I am. I never really thought about it. I do know that I plan awesome Disney World vacations. And, I plan them right down to the detail. I know where we're going, on what day. I have a park touring plan made out for every day. I plan the whole thing out. I know where we're eating. And I probably even know what we will choose off of the menu, because I've looked up the menus too. So, yeah, I'm pretty dang good at planning a Walt Disney World vacation. But yep, there's all of my little 10 questions on this Light and Love Positivity Challenge. Thank you to B at Pajama Bottom Mama for tagging me in this. And that's it. I will see y'all later. Bye.